The Trans-Pacific Partnership is something we told you about last week. It's a trade deal with 8 Asian nations. We told you that it has a huge problem because it allows multinational corporations to ignore U.S. law. And conservatives should be losing their mind over this because it actually gets rid of national sovereignty. Liberals shouldn't be in favor of it. No American should be in favor of it. Of course, they're not, but multinational corporations will actually control our government. Love it. And President Obama has been doing secret negotiations with them. And he, of course, promised during the campaign that, human rights groups, labor groups, environmental groups would all have a seat at the table if they were going to do these trade organization deals and trade deals with other countries. And what happened? Here's your seat at the table, right outside. Get! Not only did he not let those groups in, he wouldn't even let U.S. senators find out about it. Ron Wyden had to go to no ends to finally walk into a room and be able to look at the documents and then walk out. They wouldn't let staffers in. They wouldn't let them take the documents. Now, anybody from Halliburton or any of these corporations can come in and take the documents anytime they like because they run the place. But a United States senator that represents us, you can take a quick peek, but don't try to memorize anything. Get. And rough talk them and run them off, right? So now, it's okay. What's the update today? Well, they told us that they had to do this for the job creators. This is to create jobs, to improve trade, so right? But now they're going to include Mexico in the deal. Now you might say, okay, well, that's fine. Then, I guess job creation in Mexico. But wait. Mexico already has a trade deal with us through NAFTA. So why would they need this? In fact, here is Lori Wallach, who's the director of Public Citizens Global Trade Watch. She says, quote, because Mexico already has a zero tariff trade agreements with the TPP countries, that's the Trans-Pacific Partnership countries, including the U.S., adding Mexico just highlights that this is not really about trade, but about deregulation and new corporate rights, and provides no basis for U.S. officials to claim expanded U.S. exports. You understand what this means? We already had this trade deal with Mexico. Mexico wants to be part of this deal because it allows their corporations to break our law too. So it has nothing to do with tariffs or anything like that. Those deals are already done. And that's the excuse that we use, that our government uses, both Obama administration and the Republicans. Because Romney says he would stamp this deal even quicker than Obama, right? But Mexican companies, that way, under the old deals, don't get to break our laws. And they want to be above the law, too. You know that this deal, for the first time, allows corporations to be treated like sovereign nations? Before, only nations could go to an international tribunal and say, hey, you know what, I don't have to follow U.S. law because of this or that, right? Now corporations can do it. ExxonMobil can, or any Mexican corporation, or any South Korean corporation can come in to a court and say, your regulatory laws, paying your employers this much in the U.S., I don't want to pay minimum wage, or pollute, I want to be able to pollute. No. New corporate law says I can pollute. So the fact that they're including Mexico lets you know that this whole thing has been a scam all along. That the objective was not to bring better trade, not to lower tariffs, was not to create jobs. It was to make sure that these multinational corporations could be above the law. Change you were looking for, right? To make multinational corporations even more powerful. Thanks, President Obama. We really appreciate it. Way to look out for change.